राम राम हरे हरे बोला हरे कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण रे गोविंद जय जय राधा रमण रे गोविंद जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय बोला गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय बोलो राधा रमण रे गोविंद जय जय राधा रमण बोलो राधा रमण रे गोविंद जय हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 चैन चैन हरि हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 जना जना हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Jaya Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Gaura Hare. Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Gaura Jai Sachinandana, Gaura Hare. Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare, Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hare, Gaura, Patita Pavana Gaura Hare, Patita Pavana. Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath Swami, Jai Jagannath, Jagannath Swami ke Jai, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jaya Baladeva, Jai Subhadra, Jai Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra, Jai Baladeva. Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatuni, Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatuni, Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami Bhavatuni, Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami, Jagannath Swami Nayana Patagami, Nayana Patagami Bhavatuni, Jagannath Swami Nayana Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Jaya Nitya Gaura Sundar Jaya Nitya Gaura Sundar Nitya Gaura Sundar Jaya Nitya Gaura Sundar Nitya Gaura Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Giri Govardhan Jaya Radha Madhava Nitya Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Gaura Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमत परिव्राज अष्टोदशी श्रीमद हे दिवान जैसे भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रीपद महाराज की जय जय नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट चल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद महाराज की जय गुरु परंपरा की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय नामाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से गो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य ब्रह्म नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम गुंड राधा गुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय श्री नवदीप महाविधाम की जय मथुरा द्वारकापुर अयोध्या धाम की जय पुरुषोत्तम छत्र श्री जगन्नाथ विधाम के जय भगवान जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा देवी श्री सुदन चक्र की जय श्री श्री राधा माधव जी की जय गिरी गोवर्धन गिरिराज की जय श्री श्री निताय गौर सुंदर के जय गंगा मा यमुना के जय वृंद जय भक्त देव के जय समस्त भक्त वृंद के जय हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र के जय इस्कॉन बाल्टीमोर यात्रा के जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल ऑल ग्लोरीज assembled with हरे all gurus assembled with hare all assembled with hare all glory Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga Gopal
Namaste Maya Namaste Narisa Maya Priya Diya Dadaina Hiyamaka Shiti Vakshaha Shilatanka Nakha Yaya Ito Nasuma Parito Nasuma Yatu Yatu Yamidatu Nasuma Dahe Nasuma Riyade Nasuma Nasuma Made Sharana Praprade Kavakara Kamalavadina Ka Advita Shinga Dalita Viyanya Kashibu Tamu Vinga
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. So welcome to ISKCON Baltimore, abode of Nitai Gaur Sundar, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Mai, Giri Govardhan, and most mesmerizing Shri Radha Madhav. First, I'd like to thank you, Pujaris, for dressing deities so beautifully. Loud Haribol for them. Prasadam is cooked today by temple devotees, Pancha Prabhu and Kunjwasi Prabhu. So thank you, Prabhuji, for that service. Appreciate that. Upcoming program. So on the 2nd of this month, 2nd October actually, next month, we have Ram Vijayotsav, the Shara festival. We'll be burning Ravan here. So we'll have a program, Aarti, Kirtan, and after that small lecture, and then we have Ravan Dahan basically. So please come, program will start from 6 p.m. till 8 p.m. for that one. And then on the 5th, which is Sunday, we have a Howard County Rath Yatra. You have flyers there. We'll post the flyer again. So devotees are more than welcome to come. We have a school there. We'll do parikrama. We'll do rath pulling in the there, and then the rest of the program will be inside the school itself. It's in Fulton, a Reservoir High School for that one. So what do you have? So we have Sunday School Matajis who have something to announce. So I'll give.
Hare Krishna. Today we are just giving a overview of our Sunday school and what we have planned for the next school year. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Can we put the slideshow on? Okay. While it's coming up, I would like to say that our Sunday school runs from the school year, like from September to August, and we split it in 3 semesters, and we have 3 different classes by age group. So the first age group is Subhadra class, ages 4 to 8, and the next class is Jagannath class, ages 8 to 14, and then the later we have 2 separate classes for boys and girls. The boys is, we call it Baldev class, and then girls Revati. For each of the class we have teachers, and for the Subhadra class, before that, the whole course is being directed by Shyam Bhakti Mataji, and she also does reaching out to the parents and also the registration process and all. For Subhadra class, the main teacher is Naval Kishori Mataji, and Devangi Mataji supports her. And for Jagannath class, it's me, Shamadulari Devidasi, and Gopijana Priya Mataji helps me when I'm not available. And then for Baldev class, it's Nimai Prabhuji, and Chaitanya Chandradas Prabhuji and Krishna Chaitanya, they support him when he's as a substitute. And I would like to give it to Naval Kishori Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So in our Subhadra class this year, we are going to cover Vaishnav songs, Jai Radha Madhav Kunj Bihari, Gaur Aarti, Hari Haraya Nama Krishna, and Damodar Ashtakam. And we will also be learning Bhagavad Gita shlokas. There are like around 108 important shlokas, and out of 108, we are going to learn at least 25 shlokas. And we will cover the stories, Krishna's pastimes, Dashavatar stories, Srila Prabhupada life, and 12 Mahajans, and pilgrimage to Vrindavan, and some Krishna conscious rhymes we are going to learn, and at the end of each semester we are going to have movies for kids, Krishna conscious movies, and there will be some art and craft activities, and at the end of each semester we are going to have an exam, oral exam for the kids. So, and now next I would like to give to Shamadulari Mataji.
Okay, for the next coming year, for the Jagannath class, we teach Vaishnava songs along with recitation and also the meaning, and kids like how to sing it on the harmonium, kartal with the instruments as well. So for this year, we have Damodar Ashtakam and Sachi Sutashtakam. After that, the next circle we do story time, but this year we have the structured learning from Srimad Bhagavatam. We started off with Canto 1, and the instruction is based on the Bhagavatam Tales book by Gauranga Darshan Das Prabhuji. And we have the activities, we do like quizzes and some role play kind of activities and flashcards. There is a book by Aruda Devidasi Mataji on activities for Srimad Bhagavatam, so we base it on that. And we also like to encourage this public speaking and presentation for skills for the kids, and we have the presentation projects and the 3 different topics that we'll be helping the kids to learn and present on these topics, because by presenting, the kids or anyone will observe the context more. So this year we are going over glories of Srimad Bhagavatam and glories of Giri Govardhan, as well as in the spring semester we would be doing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as well. And at the end of each semester, we're going to do quizzes in class, and also there's a nice website, Quizlet, which gives us a lot of tools. I try to get creative to make it more interesting for the kids. I would like to pass it to you.
Hare Krishna, everyone. I'm Nimai. I am the Baladev class Sunday school teacher. I teach boys ages 14 through 16. So I'm just going to cover some of the stuff that we did last year. We did Bhagavad Gita Q&A, chapters 1 and 2. We plan on doing 3 and 4 this upcoming year. We also did some dramas and skits. We did The Scholar and the Boatman, The Wrong Bank Account, and we're going to continue doing some stories from Srimad Bhagavatam. We also did some debates on philosophy. We did reincarnation, karma, and free will, and we're going to be doing money and happiness as well. We also have some service projects for the temple and community ongoing. We did some presentations on Guru Parampara and Acharyas. Upcoming will be cow protection and vegetarian living. We also have some ongoing social media projects. We've done book studies, GK for PK, and the 4 questions. And then we're also going to, hopefully this upcoming year, read Our Family Business and Bhagavad Gita for teens. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Looks like we have a strong support for Baldev class. Okay, yeah. Before we move on, Devangi Mataji. Oh, yeah. Devangi Mataji is a new teacher, and she's helping out Naval Kishori Mataji with teaching the Subhadra class.
Hare Krishna. So last year we covered for Subhadra class, we learned Krishna conscious rhymes, shlokas from Bhagavad Gita, importance of cow protection, and guide to vegetarian food lifestyle. We also did Krishna conscious alphabets like A to Z. Also, we learned pranam mantras of deities, and we did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pastimes. Hare Krishna.
So the creative arts we have been doing as part of the Sunday school, but we want to make it a little more expanded by doing this. This is something we want to separate from our instruction time. Our Sunday school is from every Sunday during when the lecture is going on. But for our cultural activities, we want to, so we don't disturb with our instruction time, we want to put it after the prasadam, whoever are interested. So we're going to go through different things. As in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, Lord Krishna is described as Akila Khila Adiguru. Sorry. So it means he's the source of all the fine arts. So everything started from him. So as part of the teaching, we have to teach the kids in different creative arts, performing arts, because that's like a offering again back to Krishna. So this year we have few dances from Vaishnava songs and dramas based on Srila Prabhupada and Dashavatar. So this we'll be doing after the prasadam time. So it's open for all the Sunday school kids and other kids who are interested. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hope you like the presentation. Please give a big round of applause to our Sunday school teachers. It's all a volunteer-based service. They are not paid. They are giving their heart and soul. So please anytime you meet them, please say a thank you, encourage them, because it's a very important service. Because if our younger generation is strong, then automatically our whole society will flourish. So our current session is session 25 to 26, and we are taking enrollment for this year. So please make sure your child is enrolled for this year. We just charge $10 per month. It's a very nominal fee. You can check around the community. This is the least any temple is charging for such service. You can contact any of the Sunday school teachers team. We have a team, so you can contact anyone. We are ready to enroll your child anytime. And one important thing is advocate. Talk about this thing, talk about this Sunday school to your friends, your family, and bring more and more people into this school. It will help our society flourish. Next slide, Prabhu. So these are some glimpses of our 24-25 session. All right, so that's what we had from our team. Now we will have a certificate ceremony. All the children who completed 24-25 school year, we will be giving them a certificate. Just give them a big round of applause. Every time when they're coming, when they're collecting their certificate, just give them some claps so they feel encouraged. Thank you all. Hare Krishna. We'll be announcing their name. Nilmadha Prabhu, if you can just hand them the certificate.
Okay. Ridhika Bhaumik. Aditri. Ridhika Mishra.
You can clap more.
Vishnu. Damodar. Avyukta. Adya. Raseshwar. Tanisha. Anav. Remy. Dev Patel. Dev Patel. Yeah. Gunishka. Yeah, Dev. Thank you. Kavya. Aryan. Toshani. Parmesh. Yuvan. Gaurangi. Jashrita. Divisha. Nandini. Krishna. Vaishnavi. Harigopal. Aradhya. Shukla.
Ramachandra. Jagdish. And Keshav.
Thank you so much. I think Prabhupada always said these kids are the future itself. And what education we give to them here, they go home and help the parents also. Many parents who are not Krishna conscious, they go there and they become Krishna, reading about it when they ask questions itself. So it's such a wonderful service they are doing. So I think it's a volunteer service, really thankful. And we have seen last 15, 16 years, so many kids have grown up and have become such wonderful kirtanya singers and kathavachak. That's the most important part is that then we feel that Prabhupada's dream is getting fulfilled when we get our kids to be the next generation for that. So without taking too much time, I'd like to request Premdam Prabhu, who will be our speaker today. Premdam Prabhu is a wonderful devotee, well-rounded personality, amazing book distributor, helps in so many different management in temple also. He's a full-fledged job as a scientist, and he does a Bhakti Shastri also. But it's been so wonderful to have him here. Really helps out. Thank you so much, Premdam Prabhuji.
Thank you. I'm not sharing my screen. Sorry. I'm just waiting for the crowd to settle down. Looks like. Hare Krishna. You all can squeeze in. Come in, please. We have a lot of people that come in later on, so it's good to give them some space. Okay. So what I put a title of a drip system, like the drip system we have at in your garden. It's so something I thought that will take some motivation from phenomena that you see around us. Something very commonly we see out there. But before we jump into that, let's just quickly say a couple of prayers. Why am I getting that? Okay, it's gone. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. And we'll do a short kirtan. Where's the kartal? There are a couple of them. Thank you, bro. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari
Jaya Kunja Bihari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jaya Giri Varadhari. Yashodhanandana Brajajana Ranjana, 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 Anandana Brajajana Ranjana, Yamuna Tiravanachari, Tiravanachari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari. Kunja Bihari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jaya Giri Varadhari. Yashodhanandana Brajana Ranjana, Yamuna Tiravanachari, Vanachari, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Okay. Everybody doing okay? They don't look okay. Everybody okay in here? Okay. Everybody comfortable? It's good enough air in the room? Okay. Okay, yes. So taking lessons from the world, right? So they're everywhere. Those lessons are everywhere. Oh, I didn't move on to the next slide. Right, so we have phenomena all around us that we can always use to take motivation from, right? And Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that the mind can be our best friend and our worst enemy, right? So which verse does he say that? Anybody knows? Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Atmeva hi atmano bandhur, atmeva ripuratmanaha. This comes in the 6th chapter. I don't know what's happening with this. Okay. So yes, Krishna says that in the 6th chapter. Right? So it's good that we take an alignment, take the message from. I don't know. It's just loose. I don't know. Okay, that's good. Thank you, bro. Yes. So we are getting old anyway, right? So you will be a year old from now, whether you want it or not. So it's good that we take as much as we can in this life, take messages from wherever we can. We take motivation to do bhakti from wherever we can, right? We are getting old, right? I went to my barber and he was asking me, he's from Vietnam, and he was asking me, how should I cut your hair, sir? I said, cut it quickly before they all fall off. So that's how quickly we're getting old. We are getting old, right? So, but then when we use our mind and intelligence and focus it on one purpose, then what it comes, there is a way in which whatever happens, then it becomes a learning opportunity for us. And that's what Brahma says in the Srimad Bhagavatam, that if you could just live your life in a way where you take inspiration from everything around you and just tolerate whatever is happening to you, at the end of your life, you become Sadaya Bhak. That's the phrase he uses. He says Sadaya Bhak means you become an heir to the kingdom of God. You become authorized, you become entitled to get back home to Godhead. If you just live your life following the path that we have been shown, chanting, reading, and then at the same time just tolerating whatever is happening to us. Every insult, every reversal that comes your way, every windfall that comes your way, something, you suddenly got a big check from somewhere we didn't expect it to be. Or you didn't do well at work, probably, unfortunately, our job goes away, or something, whatever happens. If you could just take all that as Krishna's mercy, and we just move forward with that, our life becomes perfect. Right, so that's what we are taught across the Shastras. So many useful analogies to guide us. So my analogies, so mostly I take from gardening. Mahaprabhu he himself took up that analogy of being a gardener. And he said that he's a gardener and he needs more to spread the seeds across the world, right? So first of all, as a gardener, I like to put a lot of fragrant flowers. Anybody likes to garden here? Yes, there's many of them, right? So I like to grow, we have 2 plants of jasmine, and throughout the summer they give us these wonderful fragrant small flowers, and you can offer to the deities. So yeah, so we like to grow fragrant flowers, right? Because what is the most important aspect of gardening, according to you all? What do you think? Take the weeds out, okay, what else? Watering, yes. For the flowers, yes. Yeah, yes, a lot of things, yes. I take my inspiration from the watering system, right? So today is about watering, but yeah, all of these things are important for us, right? So has anybody of you ever set a drip system in your garden? That's something that people do who travel a lot. So I know a friend who travels a lot, and what he did was he set up a drip system in his garden, which looks somewhat like what we have in the picture. So what it is that, and it's like there's a connection to the water outlet, for sure, obviously. But then there are many of these smaller tubes that go out from that main source, and they go to each of those plants, right, whichever you want to water. And then there is a meter connected, which tells after how many hours it has to water, how much it has to water, right? And people who created this, it was initially Israel that created it because they had a lot of arid climate in many places. They created the drip system. So when you have that drip system, so they even color-coded it to indicate how much water goes out from each one of those tubes, because different plants need different waters, different amounts of water, right? So they took some time to analyze each of the plants. They figured out, okay, this much water is needed after so much time, and then they put a tube into each one of them. So each of those tubes that go out, they represent different aspects of our lives, right? It could be spiritual, it could be material, your day-to-day life, your profession, right? And we have a duty to take care of all of those, right? You cannot just say that, okay, I can give up my material because I'm come to spiritual. No, we are not yet there. When a soul reaches to that level of enlightenment, yes, they can give up that material aspect. But for us, we all are beginners, at least I am, so I'm thinking at it from a perspective that we need to take everything together, all those different aspects together. So they need some feeding on a regular basis, right? So there could be some things like your family, your job that needs feeding, but more importantly, your spiritual life that needs feeding. If the spiritual life, there is no feeding and you keep feeding the other things, that's also not good. And if you just artificially feed the spiritual life, yeah, there's not large, but in the real time, in the material world, many things can happen. It's not a good environment. We might lose our job, so we have to pay focus there. However, Krishna tells us in Bhagavad Gita that you should be methodical but dispassionate when you're interacting with this material world, right? So spiritual world, you put your heart in there, you put your soul, you put every thought in there. When you go out in the material world, you have to be thoughtful about that also, but don't try to put your heart in there, right? Because it's not the right place to put your heart in. Your heart should only be in the spiritual life. In the material life, but you be methodical but dispassionate. Methodical means you do everything that's needed, deadlines to meet, meetings to attend, everything needs to be done. Dispassionate means you don't put your heart in it. You just don't invest so much in it that you don't have any time left for your spiritual activities, right? So as I said, they have this dial which has all these watering schedules, they have these run times, programs, start times, and whatnot in it. No, I'll come to that. Yeah. So so coming back to our spiritual life. So Mahaprabhu gave us the phrase Shravan Adi Jal. The word Shravan means hearing, and Jal means watering. Right. So Shravan Adi Jal. So what does the Shravan do? It's watering our bhakti, just the way the drip system is watering all the plants. Right. And that's why whatever you put into these ears, it goes down into your heart. And when it goes down into your heart, it can pollute your heart, or it can enlighten your heart, whatever way we like it. Right? If you go out, and I've said this many times, so you might have already heard it, but that when you go out, there are those gutter covers, and it says no dumping goes to the bay. So if you dump something in there, it goes to the bay. It affects our water cycle. Similarly, whatever you dump into your ears goes into the bay of your heart. And once it goes into the bay of your heart, it can pollute you. It can put you in a state of anxiety. It can put you in a place of stress. A 24-hour news cycle, a very good thing to take stress, right? Yes, there are some things we need to know, but there are some things we can't do anything about. So do I want to engage in it? No, I don't want to engage in that because I can't do much about most of those things. But yes, we need to know about all of them, right? So material things, the news cycle, as I was saying, it can bring anxiety. But at the same time, spiritual life, spiritual sound, it's purifying. The word that Krishna uses is called vidunoti. So vidunoti means that it can purify your heart, right? So that's what it means to put a drip system into your garden of your heart, right? Every day we plan and decide how much water needs to be given to which aspect of our life, and we tune our dials accordingly. Right? So that's what we want to do. Every day you should have some plan of chanting, some reading, whatever other spiritual practices you want to engage in. So you should always have that in your life. So have that drip system assembled in your life, and then you write down a watering schedule. If you like to be more scheduled, if more organized, make a list. This is what I want to do every day, and just stick with it. Right? That's the beauty of this drip system that you can create in your life. Right? And so sometimes what happens is that you may be out of the town, and then the drip system, it waters a garden for you. Similarly, there might be days when you're going low in your bhakti process. Then the watering system that you have set in your heart, it can nourish you just by doing it every day. Even some days you are very enthusiastic about doing bhakti, some days you are not. But then if you keep on doing what you're doing, then it eventually takes you to the final goal, which I was saying that Brahma said, Sadaya Bhak. It makes you entitled to go back home, back to Godhead, right? We have these two things. Rupa Goswami tells us in the Nectar of Instruction, in the 3rd verse of Nectar of Instruction. What are the 3 things he tells us? Bhakti Shastri students here? Yes, Utsaha Nishya Dhairyad. So, Utsaha Nishya Dhairyad. Enthusiasm and patience is what you need. You have to keep going. But the thing is that you need both of them together. If you have enthusiasm, but you have no patience, then it becomes a lot in a mode of passion, right? You have a lot of patience, but no enthusiasm. It becomes in a mode of ignorance. You just don't want to move. You don't want to do anything. So there has to be a balance of enthusiasm and patience. That's the mode of goodness we all want to be in, right? That's where it's best. Prabhupada used to use the word steadfast. And the word steadfast has both the aspects in it. Steadiness, that's equivalent to patience. And then fast, speed, right? There has to be enthusiasm. So steadfastness is what Prabhupada used to bring. And he also had it in his life. We all know about Prabhupada's life. Prabhupada was very enthusiastic and he was very patient. That's why he could set up a whole movement which touched every single continent in the world in a short span of 11 years. That's what Prabhupada did. He was very, very focused, so he would get a massage every day, right? And the massage twice a day actually, and he would say that the massage is the yoga for the old people. So he would get massage twice a day. He would go for a long walk every morning, right? Because he was focused on what he wanted out of his process. So yes, keep on doing what you're doing every day. It's a 24-hour cycle. That's something, again, Rupa Goswami tells us in Nectar of Instruction. He says that kalam nae dakhilam ita upadesha saram. Right, the saram, the essence of all what he's giving in his Nectar of Instruction is that every day. So the word in Sanskrit that's used is nityam. And nityam. Nityam means every time, if you literally translate it. But Prabhupada made it that, okay, every day. Nityam means every day. We should do it every day. And then we eventually become the big shots. Right? So big shots are nobody but the small shots who kept shooting, as they say. Right? So the small shot, they kept shooting and they became big shots. Right? Right? So the two qualities, patient enthusiasm, very important for all of us. Right? Okay. So yes, winning with the basics. Slides are moving. Okay. So Lord Chaitanya, he lines them up for us very, very nicely, and here are the top priorities. And if you stick to them on a regular basis, what Mahaprabhu has given us, what Prabhupada has given us, then everything becomes perfect. As they say, consistency is king. If you're consistent in your practice, you become successful, right? And Prabhupada, he would used to make this motion, like, a drop a day wears the stone away. You all can try it with me. A drop a day, come on, you can try it with me. You can make the motion. Prabhupada used to make it. A drop a day wears the stone away. Yes, so Prabhupada used to make that and he would tell everybody. That's how you do it, right? Right? So what you can do every day consistently without any worries, without any, not thinking that, oh my God, this is just a little amount of work, or it's just going to amount to, every little act you put in, it's eventually going to build up into something big. Krishna says this, that not even a single little bit of effort you put in, nihabhikarma nashyosti pratyavayo na vidyate, swalpam apiyasya dharmasya trahato mahito bhayaat. The 40th verse of the 2nd chapter. Right? He's saying, swalpam. So alpam means small, swalpam means very small. Even if you do a tiny bit, it eventually amounts to a lot. And the bhakti process, you don't lose anything what you have gained. You can, end this life at 50%, next life you start at 51. Material world, you probably are a CEO of $1 billion company, next life again you start from ABC. So it doesn't work for that way. Right? So it's very significant that we just keep doing it again and again. So consistency. The other thing that's important is your association. Right? And Krishna talks about association in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Say 13:22. He says, Purusha prakrti sthohi bhunkte prakrti jan gunan karanam guna sangasya sadasad yoni janmashu. He's saying that we all are going one life after another based on what association we make. Right? So you have two choices always. You can associate with the right kind of people who help you grow in bhakti, or you can associate with wrong kind of people who tell you to watch the 24-hour news cycle. So it's your choice what you want to associate with. So that choice is always there, right? So which choice would you like? A, associating with like-minded, spiritually minded people, or somebody who helps you get into the 24-hour cycle? Which one would you like to get into? It looks like nobody wants to go anywhere. Please speak up. A or B? Perfect. Okay. Yeah. So find a balance. Krishna is telling us that. He tells that in the 6th chapter. Yuktahara viharasya, yukta chetasya karmashu, yukta sapna bodhasya. I forgot the last line. But yes. So he's saying balance everything. Don't eat much, don't eat less. Don't sleep much, don't sleep less. Don't recreate less, don't recreate more. Don't try to become a sannyasi in the day one. It doesn't work that way, right? So yes, balance everything. And I was saying, Prabhupada used to do it, taking regular walks, getting massages, taking care of his body and health, and then also doing the spiritual part as it was needed. Then the other power of consistency, as has been, I showed on that other part of the slide. A single fiber that you have, you can practically snap it in your fingers. It's so weak. But when the fibers are twisted together, they form a yarn. Right? And then when several yarns together they become a strand. And when many strands come together, they become a rope, right? And finally, when you're able to tie that rope as a harness, it can carry you to your next destination. That's something you want to take care of. So all the small activities that we do on an everyday basis, they all are those tiny yarns which are eventually becoming into fibers becoming into strands, and strands becoming into ropes eventually. By the time you're ready to leave this body, you have a big harness to hold on to and go back home, back to Godhead. So that's any small act that you do, an arti that you attend, a single round of chanting that you did. Just be consistent, do it every day. Don't be like, okay, today I did 16 rounds and for the next week I don't do anything. So the only way we can show love to Krishna is consistency. When you keep telling Krishna again and again, Krishna, I want to connect with you, I want to connect with you. You sit down every morning, do your chanting, do your reading, and then eventually what happens is that Krishna understands, okay, this guy is really interested in connecting with me. But if one day you chant very sincerely and then you don't chant again for the next week, then Krishna says, oh, I don't know, I'm not very sure about this guy. He's not very consistent. Right? So you have to be consistent. And that's the way you show your love to Krishna, as I was saying. Consistency. Right? Yeah. So built by countless small acts, eventually makes that harness that will be ready for you when you're leaving. Okay? And whatever you think when you're leaving, I'm sorry, it's a family show, but I'm talking about leaving your body. But Krishna says that in the 8th chapter. Whatever you're thinking when you're leaving, you will get that body for sure in your next life. That's guaranteed. Krishna is guaranteeing that. And there are a lot of documented cases, of rebirth and, people coming back from their, remembering things about their last lives and getting into a new life, right? So, lesson is very simple. Never underestimate a single fiber of that spiritual work that you do on a daily basis, right? But if you don't chant, that yarn is nothing but a dental floss. It's just like dental floss, you use it and throw it, just breaks apart. It's very weak. So you want to make it into a rope. Don't just leave it on a dental floss, right? Okay. So I just want to put in a quote here. Jim Rohn, I read in here from Jim Rohn. He's a very good motivational speaker. He's an author also. So he says, success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. Right? So I'll repeat it. Success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamental principles. And in bhakti, it's the same way. Right? We are always distracted by so many things going on around us. This can be overwhelming. Circumstances can be very overwhelming for us. Right? So if we have developed that automatic watering drip system in your life, then those circumstances, they don't affect you in the long run. They come and go. Yes, Arjun, when his son died, what was his son's name? Abhimanyu, yes, sorry. Abhimanyu, when Abhimanyu died, Arjun cried a lot. And Krishna was with him. And Krishna was not like, hey, I just taught you the Bhagavad Gita, what are you doing? No, he said, it's okay. Yes, I know you should cry, you lost your son here. But next day he was ready to fight again, right? Because he also had a drip system ready for him. Obviously he had the reservoir of water, Krishna standing with him. But yeah, so we all have, if we have that drip system, whenever things don't work according to us, then we can always fall back on that drip system and then keep nourishing. Right? And sometimes, so those times when circumstances are very hard, they are like, just imagine a season when rain doesn't happen. The land just goes dry. But if you have that automatic, similarly, our heart can go dry if things go, they're not going our way. Circumstances are not according to ourselves. And then, but that if we have the drip system ready for us, if we have that Shravanadi Jal that we have created, we will be able to steadily grow in our life. And then the seed of bhakti will grow in our hearts. Right? And there can never be an overdose. That's the beauty of it. You can never overwater. In the same analogy, right? You can sometimes overwater, but then in the case of bhakti, you can never overwater. You can keep watering your roots, the water will accumulate, and when things are not very good, then you can use that water to continue in your bhakti process, right? A tree does not grow in a night. It takes years and years of hard work for a tree to come up. A bamboo tree, if you know, a bamboo tree for many years, it does not shoot out from the ground. It's just growing its roots and rhizomes, and it's just growing all underground, and you don't even see, and you might be thinking, I've been watering the plant for 5 years, nothing is happening. But then 1 week, it just shoots out many meters up. So that's similarly in our bhakti. So don't try to judge, I've been chanting for a year, for 2 years, it's not working out. Just have faith on Krishna, right? As I was saying in the beginning, any insult, any reversal, any windfall that happens in your life, just depend that Krishna is trying to increase my dependence on him. And just walk with that thought in your mind. Write it down on a piece of paper, carry it with you. Read it many times a day. And then everything becomes correct. Everything becomes perfect. I'm not saying, waves won't hit you hard, if you're a boat in the ocean. But then your boat can become very strong. That's the beauty of the whole process. Right? And the rope doesn't become strong by one of those yarns. It has to be, yarns and fibers and strands and ropes and then harness. It's a process. And you do that by doing it every day. Not by doing it in just once a week and just forgetting about it. The consistency may look ordinary, but it's not ordinary. It may even feel boring at sometimes, but it's not boring, right? It's just ordinary activities, ordinary actions. They have been applied with very extraordinary regularity, and that's what makes you a genius, a miracle. And that's what brings us into the eyes of Krishna. People ask me many times, many people have asked me, can you see Krishna? He said, no, I can't see Krishna. But Prabhupada has taught us that, no, don't try to see Krishna, but do something that Krishna would want to see you. And this consistency is one of the things that you can do, that Krishna would want to see you. Right? Just imagine every single day for the next 40, 50 years, you keep doing it again and again, just waking up every morning, chanting, hearing, reading, whatever your schedule is. And then when you're about to leave, then, Krishna will come and reciprocate. Oh, he can reciprocate earlier also, I'm not saying, but he reciprocates. That's the beauty of the whole process. There is no guarantee in this world for anything except Krishna's reciprocation. Kaunteya pritijani name bhakta pranashati. Krishna says this to Arjuna in the 9th chapter, that go out there and tell everybody that my devotee never perishes. And we all are his devotees. Even if you're doing little or you're doing large, whatever our capacity is, we are Krishna's devotees. And Krishna assures that to us, right? Right? And Shastras talk about it. Abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasena annagamina. 8th chapter, Krishna says, Abhyasa yoga yuktena. Keep on doing that abhyasa every single day. And then eventually things work out, right? And then in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it also says, Nashtaprayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. The word is nityam again. Right? Do it every single day, right? So the question comes, how do you do it every single day? So I just put in a few things here. Obviously, that's not the whole list, but you can bring it out. First thing, right? How do you give Krishna priority? First thing is sadhana, right? You give your first hour of your day for Krishna. I say, oh, Krishna, okay, I'll take out my first hour of the day. You wake up in the morning and you sit down and chant. You clean yourself up and you sit down and chant. That's the first hour of the day. That's how you're showing your reciprocation towards Krishna. And don't watch your phone when you're chanting, right? That's something people do, right? Then the second thing is sadachar, right? So what is sadachar? Is behavior, right? Sadachar means behavior. So what do you do? First meal that comes when you're cooking something at home, first meal, keep it for Krishna. That's sadachar. Not just our time, but our habits also have to be offered to Krishna. Before feeding ourselves, we offer the first plate to Krishna. It shapes a whole lifestyle. It makes our whole lifestyle pure, right? Then comes seva, right? Seva. How do you do seva? There are many different ways of doing seva, right? You can offer a part of your salary for Krishna, right? There are so many projects going on. Neil Madhav Prabhu is mentioning we recently bought a land for Gaushala, right? We have that coming up. So there are so many places you can invest and just get Krishna's mercy, right? First share of your energy, offering that part makes the work itself devotional service, right? Then comes vichar, right? So vichar, what is vichar? Right? You bring Krishna into all your decisions that you're making in your life. When any decision you take, devotees, what do devotees do when you take decisions? They always see, how does it fit into my bhakti practice? How does it make does it fit into my bhakti practice or not? I'm going to buy a new house. Where should I buy it? Like an hour-long drive from the temple. I would think twice, because I want to go to the temple regularly. So yes, so first place in the heart, so first place in the decisions, right? And all that then eventually boils down to prema, right? First place in the heart for Krishna. And these all gradually happens. I'm not asking you to do all of them in one go. You can start with any one of them. And I think I missed one of them here, which was the first thing was sangha. Associate. Sangha means to associate. I think I missed it in this. I should put that. Right? Give him one day of your week to him. You come here. Probably if you don't come here, you come to a group where you have similar-minded people. So you go to a group, but be regular. Again, I'm just going to stress on that. Don't be half-heartedly, yes, something, my friend's birthday party. Yeah, it's all, you have to do that, but you have to manage around it. Rohit was telling me on Friday that how his friends used to go partying on every Friday evening, but then he told them that I cannot come, because I now go to a program every Friday evening. And so they said, oh yeah, let's move it to Saturday. So yeah, that's fine. And so yeah, so you have to prioritize it. If we don't prioritize Krishna and we keep expecting that Krishna will prioritize us, it doesn't work that way. We need to prioritize Krishna. Right? So those are some of the things, right? So yes, and I think this is my last slide. Yeah. So I think, yes, so consistency is the most important thing here. It's even more important than quantity. Consistency is king, as I said earlier. So start with a vow, whatever vow you can take, and just maintain that, however small it may be, and just grow from there, right? If we stay consistent over time, both the quantity and quality of our time will improve over time. Right? It's like when you make yogurt at home, all you have to do is add a small amount of yogurt to milk, and just leave it, and then just it expands. It takes over the whole milk, and next morning when you wake up, it converts everything to yogurt, right? Similarly, consistency is like that drop of yogurt. When you put in that yogurt drop, adding everything to our daily schedule, then not only will it improve the quality of your life, but it will eventually spiritualize your entire life. That's the beauty of the whole path, whole purpose that we are walking through, right? So yes, these were some thoughts. I'll take a pause here to see if anybody has, I know we are at 6 o'clock, so I don't want to keep anybody waiting. But if anybody has any thoughts or comments, anything? Anything? Yes, Ru. You mean balance your material and spiritual life? Yeah. So one thing that works for me is I always work from a list. I have a list of all the things I'm going to do for my bhakti in a day. And actually it's like a table, I tick mark everything I do every single day. So whatever number of items I have there. I don't worry about doing anything beyond that. And that, again, has to be according to your capacity. I'm not saying if I have 20 items, you don't have to have those. You can start with 5, 4, whatever it is. But do those items on a regular basis. So working from a list is what I'm suggesting you. That's a very good thing that helping me for years now. And you can change that list according to however you are growing in bhakti. Today it's 4, tomorrow it can be 5, 10, whatever it may be. So then at least you cover your spiritual part and try to prioritize it, doing it early in the morning if you can. If you can, I'm not saying, people have different jobs, might be you drive a lot or something, but if you can, I would recommend that you do it in the morning, because the benefit of doing it in the morning is that it strengthens you for the whole day. It's like a shield, like, when you take a multivitamin every morning and, it just strengthens you, okay, I'm protected, I have got the right vitamins for the day. Similarly, it helps you to, when you go out in the real world, it acts as a shield, because the outer world is not going to change. Krishna never says that in the Bhagavad Gita. He says it's dukhalyam ashashvatam, it's a place of misery. And Krishna is not saying that, it will change when you will become, this world will become beautiful one day. No, he says it's going to be a place of misery. But what he recommends is that you can learn to tolerate, you can strengthen yourself. So that's one suggestion I can give you, Prabhu. But then again, in one of his books, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that there is paramarthika and there is vyavarika. Paramarthika means you're focused towards what your spiritual goal is. That's paramarthika, paramartha, the topmost goal. You should never lose sight of that. But then you have to live vyavarika. Vyavarika means you have to live your life and interact with people around you as it's needed. You cannot just go back and tell your mom and your parents that, I'm a devotee now, I don't care about you. No, you have to take care of your parents if they're old. You have to take care of children, you have to pay your mortgages. So it has to be a balance. Both have to be balanced. And that's what, when you read the Bhagavad Gita, it strengthens our intellect where we can take the right decisions. What to do, what not to do. Because by reading the Bhagavad Gita, when you strengthen, your intelligence becomes strong. And Prabhupada says this in the Srimad Bhagavatam, that when your intelligence becomes strong and you're able to control your mind and intelligence, then you're automatically in touch with the super soul in your heart. And then the super soul can guide you. But till then, yes, at least working from a list really helps me a lot. Anything else from anyone? We're not starting to serve prasadam yet, so you can ask me. Anything else? No comments? Everybody understood everything? Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much.